Hey Seeker, welcome to the Awakening Her podcast. I am so grateful that you've been led here, and I'm excited for you that you're answering the call to manifest more magic in your life by mastering the law of attraction. So cool. My name is Talia, and I'm committed to cutting the fluff and showing you exactly how to manifest more excitement, ease, success, abundance, confidence, love, and anything else you've been craving. So if you're ready to crack the code on manifestation, amplify your intuition, and play in the quantum, we are now besties. Let's do this. Hello, love. Welcome back to the Awakening Her podcast. How's it going, friend? I am so excited that you are back. And if you are new, hello, welcome. My name is Talia Joy. I'm an intuitive channel. I'm a manifestation mentor. I'm helping you to manifest, to create, to self-grow, and to navigate this awakening journey so that you truly can create the life you see for yourself in your mind's eye. Because I like to say that life you see for yourself in your mind's eye is actually meant for you. So today we are talking about timeline shifting. If you have not listened to the previous episode about quantum manifestation, definitely listen to that after. These two go hand in hand and they're both so powerful. And if you're looking to take all of this to the next step to get the exact step-by-step what to do, join me in Quantum Magic. This is a 4-week quantum manifestation portal for those ready for miraculous results. And if you heard in the last episode about quantum manifestation, it is truly practical, but also magical. Like, I find that quantum manifestation is the place where the two come together, where we do have a practical, tangible step-by-step that makes sense, but we also then start engaging in the quantum, engaging in the magic. So if you're ready to do that, I have a 4-week program coming to support you. We're going to do all the step-by-step, the meditations, the tangible practices, everything you need with the live support. You're going to learn how to quantum leap, how to start welcoming in miraculous results, how to shift timelines, which is what we're talking about today. And it's going to be a life-changing experience. Truly, there's life before you learn the quantum, and then there's life after, because this is where we play in possibility. This is where we play in magic in a very real way. So join me, Quantum Magic. The link is below. I cannot wait for the group of seekers that are joining and will be joining for this program. Holy crap, you guys. It is going to be such a powerful time. And it's a perfect program for summer because I know you're busy. So it's hosted on the private podcast. We have the live feed. We have the live chat in WhatsApp that I'll be checking in almost every day, answering your questions, doing all that. So you really get the best of both worlds. You get me in your back pocket. You also get a private podcast to start listening to all the trainings, going through the step-by-step and really taking it in, practicing it in real time, and you will be moving forward over the course of these 4 weeks. It's going to blow your mind. So excited. The link for that is below, Quantum Magic. Okay, timeline shifting. Let's dive in. I only have a little bit of time today. I want to deliver you the straight goods. So I'm going to kind of back on the last episode. Definitely listen to that. You don't have to listen to it first, but listen to it in addition to this so that you do truly understand. But when we talk about timelines, what we're talking about is trajectories. So there are infinite trajectories. This is the quantum explained in that last episode. There are infinite trajectories that are available to you, pathways, if you want to say. So in the last episode, I used the example of if you got up at 5 a.m. every morning and started doing yoga or meditation, or you or you got up at 5 a.m. every morning and started drinking alcohol. If you did that, either one of those for 3 months, there would be an effect, right? The you who got up every day and did yoga at 5 a.m., there's a certain effect. There's a certain state of well-being, physically, mentally, whatever it is. If you got up and drank vodka at 5 a.m., there's obviously going to be a negative effect where over 3 months, you're going to start having gut issues, maybe mental health issues, maybe addiction issues, emotional issues, skin issues, like whatever else. So that's a trajectory. If you do nothing to change your life, The you in 3 months is in a certain place, and a pretty good place because you're a badass and you live a beautiful life. But if you don't change anything, you are on a certain path where the most probable outcome in 3 months is something similar to what you're experiencing now, right? And you are moving forward, so there is going to be some momentum. But if you started walking every day, or started exercising every day, or started meditating every day, whether it's 5 a.m. or not, in 3 months, there just will be a different outcome. That is what we call a timeline. So the timeline you're on right now is headed in a certain way. It's basically the momentum you have, the trajectory you're in right now, based on the things you think, the things you do, who you are being. You are headed in a certain direction. You are on a certain timeline. So when we shift timelines, we shift who we are being. So if you got up at 5 a.m. every day from now until 3 months from now and did yoga, you would have shifted timelines into somebody who does yoga every day. You will have shifted into something different, more mindful, maybe more emotionally regulated, nervous system more regulated. You're stronger, your upper body strength is more, your flexibility is more. That's you. You flip timelines. You went from where you were going, which is in this example, not doing yoga, into something totally different. So when we start playing in the quantum, which is literally playing with possibilities, we take that version of us that we want to get to. So maybe it's making $20,000 months, maybe it's being more fit, maybe it's having a community, maybe it's moving countries or changing careers, starting a business. We take that me that I want to be in 3 months, my first up goals, the next things I want to create, the next leap. We take that version of us and we start inquiring and going, who are they and what are they about and what is their energy and what types of things do they think? We're just asking questions. You don't have to change everything right now. We're just asking questions. So if you deeply desire to feel better in your body and to get healthier, at the end of the day, as much as we have access to pure magic, we also live in a physical reality. So if right now you were, your diet was all out of whack for what is quote unquote best for you, you weren't moving your body, you weren't taking your supplements, whatever else, but you really wanted health, those are two different timelines. They just won't match up. They won't magically coincide. You have to flip timelines. So you have to start shifting the way maybe you think about yourself. Maybe it's little things about drinking more water. Maybe you go back to the gym or you hire a trainer, or you go back to your yoga studio. Maybe you hire a nutrition coach or you start reading, books you used to read about gut health or something else. Either way, you have to get on the timeline of that which you want. And you just have to get on the timeline. You don't even have to leap to that future version fully expressed now. You have to get on the timeline and start making incremental upgrades toward that. When I was really stuck with money, I noticed that I wanted money. I had a business that could potentially bring in lots of money, but my thought and energy around money was not aligned. I was avoidant. I was stressed. I was future tripping in a direction that I didn't even really realize I was doing. So the day came where I had to really look and go, okay, my money habits, my money mentality is not matching up with the timeline that I want, which is overflowing abundance. So it's not just the strategy in my business. I could strategy all day long and never match up with the $20,000 months or $100 million months, $1 million, it's that much. If I don't match up with it, it's not going to just fall in my lap. So miraculous things happen when you're on the timeline. So when you're on the timeline of becoming a badass CEO of your business that makes an impact and makes $20,000 a month, amazing things will happen. You attract like high level, maybe mentors or advice or a random deal on some sort of person that could help you, whatever. Or you get an inspiration for a book, or like we do get helped along the journey. This is where Source does come in and offers us support because we're on the timeline. So to go back to the health example, if right now you have a lot of different habits that are not in health, but you want health, you have to get yourself on the timeline. But once you get over there and you start, say, just going for walks more often, going for walks every day, starting to cut out the gluten or a little bit less processed food, then you start attracting new things. So then you'll find a podcast that really gives you lots of inspiration, or some new recipes, or a coach or a guru, or something comes along that bumps you forward. So it's not all you. It's not that you have to do everything, but you have to get on the timeline. If you're not on the timeline, physics cannot do its work. Well, it's always doing its work, but for you, regarding the goals, you have to get in the vortex of that which you want. You have to surround yourself. You have to start expanding your energy, your aura. You have to start cracking open maybe some of the 1 or 2 root beliefs that might be holding you back. But most of all, you have to just get into that being. So what I started doing, say, with money is I had no more money in my account at the moment I realized this. But what I started doing is setting a timer and paying bills in a different way. I would light a candle. I would start getting present. I talk about this in my money work or in the Money Mindset Mastery mini course, brand new mini course I just put out. Right now it's only $37. I'll pop it below. But in that I talk about my habits with money, my money rituals, the energy of money. So I had to start paying bills in a different way. I'd put lavender on my wrists and I would become present, like, okay, I'm paying my Netflix bill, or I think that's automatic, but I'm paying my phone bill. I'm paying my car insurance. What do I get for that? I'd be present to how thankful I was. And every time it would feel like I'm getting right down to the line and I start stressing about money, I would kind of go, okay, but it is covered. So far, I have been covering it. There is a way. I'm learning right now how to manifest more money. I started changing my energy around it, because I was like, okay, the version of me who's making $20,000 months isn't constantly stressed about money. So I have to find a way to not be so constantly stressed about money, because I'm taking myself off the timeline. I'm on a totally different timeline, which is one of lack and scarcity, which is not the vibe of where I'm going. So even before I was making more money, I was being different with money. I was bringing more gratitude to it. I was bringing more excitement to it. In the grocery store lineup, I just kept saying to myself, I'm so thankful I can buy this. I'm so thankful I can buy my kids almond milk or bread or, apples or whatever I'm buying. Instead of going like, oh my God, groceries are so expensive and I don't have enough money. It's like, no, that's not the vibe anymore. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to be grateful for what I do have. Or as I've shared here before with money stuff, I overpay my bills. So if my phone bill was $91, I might pay $100 or even pay $95 and be like, look at me fucking overpaying my bills like a boss. I had to change who I was being to get on the timeline. And then weird, people are drawn to me. Weird, clients are like reaching out. Weird, I'm selling things while I sleep. Weird. It's not because my strategy changed at that point. It was my energy. It was my timeline. So I just wanted to pop in quickly today to bring this about timeline. We're really just talking about trajectories and what can you do to get on the timeline of that end result. That is where we quantum manifest, because when we get on a new timeline, we are instantly attracting something different. Our point of attraction changes. And that is where life starts responding to us differently. We start seeing more signs, having more synchronicities, more things that click, more unexpected surges forward. When my energy is really on point, I'll get times where on this podcast, all of a sudden for like 2 days or 1 day, my listens are like 10 times what they normally are. And I'm like, what the heck? That's my energy. And then it'll even go back down to normal or a little bit higher the next day. I'm like, that's a weird spike. And I'll look and it's like Apple Podcasts is where it came from. So obviously Apple sent out my podcast to a whole bunch of new people. That's totally out of my control. The part that's in my control is the energy I show up with. Yes, I choose the podcast titles or the topics, but at the end of the day, what makes Apple send it out on a random Tuesday while I'm like feeding my kids breakfast, that's nothing I can control. But that's what happens when you're on the timeline. So you will be supported. That's quantum manifesting. That's like no logical explanation for why that happened. It's my energy. I don't chase, I attract, right? By being on the timeline of that CEO, of that version of me. So I hope that this is helpful, my love. Join us in Quantum Magic. It is going to be just that, magic. Let's transform over the summer. Let's boost our income. Let's boost our magnetism. Let's boost our health. This is the time. The format is perfect for summer because you can listen to the episodes as you can, check in the community, get all pepped up, live your life, embody this next level version, and experience those miraculous results. You are ready. Even if you don't feel like you are, you absolutely are. You have done the work. You're ready for the quantum leap. I promise I will see you in that program and I'll see you in the next episode. Take care. Thank you so much for your time and tuning into this episode. I really hope that it served you. And before you go, I'd love to give you a free workbook to help you upgrade your manifestation mindset. In this workbook, we're going to go through the 5 most common unconscious blocks that are holding you back. I'm going to show you how it's showing up in your life, and most importantly, the manifestation mindset shift that you need to unblock yourself. So grab the Manifestation Mindset Makeover free workbook now, and let's get to unblocking.